So, in honor of Kane Hodder's 70th birthday, we'll take a look at his first Friday the 13th film, Friday the 13th Part 7, New Blood, which is a very interesting film in the franchise. In this film, it follows the character named Tina, who, ever since she was a kid, had these psychic abilities that she has a hard time controlling, and she first used them accidentally killing her father, and for a long time she's been traumatized by it. And has a hard time controlling her powers. And Crystal Lake, where she has a doctor and also has some friends, and of course a boyfriend as well. And of course Jason Voorhees gets resurrected once again to unleash a killing spree in Camp Crystal Lake. Um, and I thought this film was a pretty solid horror film. I really thought this franchise is very iconic, but also a solid franchise as well. It's not my favorite horror franchise, but it's one that I've been the most that have always appealed to me the most. Um, I thought Jason Voorhees, of course, was of course a very menacing antagonist. Of course, the way he walks and how slowly he watches his victims before he kills them, and when he kills them, I have to admit, I wish the kills were more on screen. As a lot of times the kills are either off screen or they show the kill that much, though they show the corpses later on, which look a little grotesque. Though it would have been nice to see more of the kills when the victims are getting killed, especially the doctor getting killed by the weed whacker. Um, that would have been nice. I heard that this film apparently had a lot of hard time with the violence because it was getting an X rating, and they had to cut out those stuff to make it R rated. And it kind of shows it, and I can't blame them. I mean, X rated films or NC-17 films are not the easiest films to release, of course. Um, It would have been nice if the kills were a lot bigger, if you know what I mean. But there were some solid kills, like Melissa's death was a pretty solid one. I thought the brunette uh girl that would have been that Jason uh throws to the ground and kills her after falling was a solid one. I like the one where he decapitates one of the kids, not the kids, one of the teens at the lake. Thought that was pretty nice, and I wonder how he killed the girl at the lake, swimming at the lake. I thought curious about that one. But he has a very cool design. I really like his design, both with the mask and without the mask. He looks a little frightening without the mask, honestly. Um, and I thought the character Tina was a very interesting one, where they introduced this character having these abilities that for most of the movie, yeah, she had a hard time controlling, but when confronting Jason Voorhees, she gets better control of it, and thought she made for a very cool character. I feel like at first people would say that it's a weird choice of like some sort of superhero in the Friday 13th franchise. But since we would later get Jason Voorhees possessing people, Jason go to space in the future, crossing over with Freddy Krueger, I don't see what's that wrong with having basically a superhero in the Friday 13th franchise. Um, Especially she made for a worthy opponent for Jason Voorhees, where she uses controls trees and a lot of metal equipment to attack Jason. I thought that was pretty cool, and controlling the water for someone to grab Jason and choke him. I thought that was a pretty cool fight scene between the two characters. I really thought Tina versus Jason was a very fun action scene on horror. And then the other characters that Tina talks with and get killed, with one exception, I thought they were okay. They had some personality, but they didn't have a lot of screen time, though, except for Melissa and the boy that Tina hangs out with the most in the movie. I thought the doctor and the mother were solid characters, and they had some that what could have been great kills, but they unfortunately happened off screen. Though we see the mother's corpses, thankfully. So overall, I thought Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, was a very fun slasher movie. I really had a good time watching it. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the movie. Peace out. Bye.